everybody, it's Emily from Emily Loves London, and today I am coming to you with my Comic TBR. Oh, I haven't done a TBR video in a very long time because I have not been able to stick to it completely, thanks to uni. But now uni is over, so now I am being super optimistic and sticking to my TBRs. So this is the pile for my Comic TBR. And oh my god, this is in the wrong. It's in the wrong order. I've written down like an order and it's just completely in the wrong order. You know, it happens. Anyway, first on the pile is Groot Volume 1, and this is by Jeff Loveness and Brian Kesinger. And I cannot wait to read this because it's Groot. I mean, do you need anything else? It's Groot. If you're a fan of Guardians of the Galaxy, the mini little baby Groot that's in the second film. This is the bigger version from the first film, but basically his story. So I absolutely cannot wait to read this, and it's such a stunning cover. I mean, I'm so looking forward to it. The next on my list is in the wrong order again. I'm going to resign to the fact I'm not good at ordering things. Is a reread for me, and it's Volume 1, Izombie, Dead to the World, and this is by Chris Roberson and Michael Allred. And for those of you who don't know, this is a massive now TV show on CW that is on its third season. I think we've just finished season 3. So it's basically, the idea for this comic is that this girl goes to a party to blow off some steam because she's a medical student and she has like no time on her hands. And unfortunately she gets scratched by a zombie and turns into a zombie. So massive life change, goes to work in a morgue and eats brains from the morgue to help her survive, but also fights crime as well. So yeah, I mean, that's just... I think I sold that pretty well. I can't wait to reread this. I'm just on season 3 of the TV show, and I really wanted to reread the comics because I wanted to tie in my knowledge for season 3 and how kind of accurate it is when I do my reviews for the TV series. So yeah, can't wait to read this again. Next on my list, this is back to the top of the order. So annoying. Next on the list is Suicide Squad Volume 2. This is called Basilisk Rising, and it is by Adam Glass and Fernando Dagnino. I probably pronounced that wrong, I'm really sorry. So basically, a long time ago I read Suicide Squad Volume 1, and I did actually quite enjoy it, although I have to say the film was a bit disappointing. We'll talk about that more in my review of the film. But anyway, so in terms of the versions of Suicide Squad, because I know that DC throw out a lot of different versions of comics, this is the new 52 version, and I really enjoyed Volume 1, so I am continuing with this series to Volume 2. Next on my list is another continuing of the series, and that is Saga Volume 5, and this is by Brian K. Vaughan and Fiona Staples. I absolutely love this series. It's so good, it's so interesting, and so much fun. And we've recently had, at the beginning of this year, Volume 7 has come out, so I'm really trying to catch up for Volume 8, which is coming out next year in January in terms of the volumes. But anyway, for those of you who don't know what Saga is basically about Alana and Marco, who are a couple who come from 2 different worlds, and those worlds are in a massive war, and they fall in love and have a baby, and then they're running from crazy people who want to kill them. And it basically follows their story escaping from all these crazy mad people. And it's great. great. It's hilarious and so beautiful and so much fun to read. So yeah, have a try of Saga. You'll really like it. Next on my list is something that pile falling over. There's something I really wanted to pick up because I want to read. I'm a massive fan of Buffy, and I wanted to read the Dark Horse continuation comics, but I wanted to see if there was anything else that came out before that look at the years of her TV series. So I did some digging, and I found this, and it's called Buffy the Vampire Uninvited Guests. Now, there are a few in this sort of collection. I don't know how the order works. Unfortunately, I haven't worked that out yet. I think I'm just going to have to read them and find out. Because it doesn't actually say, usually it says in the spine, Volume 1, Volume 2, or something like this. But it doesn't, so I am just winging this and hoping this is the first one. Just to let you know, this is by Andi Watson and Hector Gomez. And it's done by Titan Comics. You can find it on Amazon. I'm not sure if you can find it in Waterstones. It's a bit of an oldie, and I don't know if it's stopped being printed. But yeah, it basically follows her high school years, and it looks really cool. I really like it. So I am looking forward to reading this, getting my Buffy feel on, as it is the 20-year anniversary. So I'm very excited for that. Next on my list is something new from Image Comics, which I am very excited about. And actually, I have 2 copies, so when I do a review for this, I will be doing a giveaway of one of the copies. So look out for it. Basically, this is called Surgeon X, and this is by Sara Kennedy and John. Where's it gone? Watkiss. And it's basically, I'll read you the blurb because I'm not very good at doing descriptions. Set against the backdrop of an anti-biotic apocalypse in near-future London, Rosa Scott, a brilliant, obsessive surgeon, becomes Surgeon X, a vigilante doctor who uses experimental surgery and black market drugs to treat patients who've been abandoned by the system. Surgeon X risks everything to save lives, but ultimately ends up warping her medical oath to suit her own decisions. Ooh! Feeling a bit Grey's Anatomy vibes, but also very relevant to things that are happening nowadays where people don't get the healthcare they need. But yeah, I am looking forward to this. It's going to be a fun, exciting, action-packed read, and I can't wait. Next on my list is another continuing series that I'm loving so far. And this is Lazarus. Oh, I put the wrong volume in. That was really clever of me. That's absolutely so. Oh no, wait, I have put the right volume because I've read volume 2. I'm going mad. This comic is Lazarus Volume 3, and the name for this volume is Conclave, and it's by Greg Rucka and Michael Lark, and I've read... Yeah, I forget that I've read 2 volumes instead of 1. I'm so silly. Yeah, I've read one and Volume 2, and I absolutely loved it, and basically the premise for this is it's in a dystopian world, and these families run certain areas in the world, and they each have a robot attached to their family, and this is forever. She's the family robot for this family, and basically the family's starting to rupture and things are going wrong, and you've got a competing family, and just shit goes down. It's a very action-packed, great comic. I'm really enjoying it, so I'm going to be reading Volume 3 in June. Another continuation, because it's all about the continuations nowadays. This is... Oh, I've just poked myself. Ow. This one is The Legendary Star-Lord, Rise of Black Vortex, and this is volume 2 of The Legendary Star-Lord, and this is by Sam Humphries and Paco Medina, and I absolutely loved volume 1. This is a lot thicker than volume 1. Wow. Ooh, interesting. It basically follows the Legendary Star-Lord, and for those of you who don't know, the Legendary Star-Lord is part of the Guardians of the Galaxy, and he's Quill. It's Quill. The human slash essentially, but he's not, so that's complicated. I'm not going to talk about that, but basically it follows him and his relationship with one of the X-Men, Kitty, but also his crime fighting? Yeah. Let's say galaxy fighting days. And I really enjoyed the first one, very fast paced, beautiful art, and I can't wait to read the second one. Next we have something new from Image Comics. God, this is going to be a long video. I'm sorry guys, I have a lot to read. This is a new one from Image Comics. I have been waiting for this for ages. I'm so excited to read it. It's called Moonshine, Volume 1, and this is by Brian Azzarello and Eduardo Russo. And I literally cannot wait to read this. I will read you the premise, but it's basically Al Capone era. So this is what I did my dissertation on, so I am like so hyped for this. I wish I had it in my dissertation. Annoying. A Prohibition-era thriller, Moonshine tells the story of Lou Perlo, a city-slick gangster sent from New York to Appalachia to track down a new supplier of illicit booze. Loving it so far. But what Lou unwittingly uncovers is a supernatural secret that most must never see the light of day, or but better still, the light of the full moon. Oh, getting werewolf vibes. Can't wait. Literally can't wait. This is going to be really good. Next, I have something that I have seen bopping around on my Amazon wish list and haven't yet got it yet. So now I got it because I'm a huge fan of Alan Moore, and anything by him I love reading. So this is Providence Act 1. It's by Alan Moore, obviously, and Jason Burrows. And basically, in most carefully considered work in decades, Alan Moore deconstructs all of H.P. Lovecraft's concepts, reinventing the entirety of his work inside the painstaking research framework of American history. Both the sequel and prequel to Non-Neon Comic-Con, Providence begins in 1919 and blends the mythical visions of HPL flawlessly into the cauldron of racial and sexual intolerance that defined that era on the East Coast of America. Very interesting. I can't wait to read this. It's a bit crimey as well, so I really like that. It's gonna be fun. Next I have something I have been wanting to read for a very long time. I haven't got around to it, but since I finished my degree, I splurged and got it. And this is another Alan Moore. This is Batman: The Killing Joke by Alan Moore and Brian Bolland. And it's Joker. I really like Joker as a character. He's very crazy and interesting. So the combined art and dialogue is just fantastic. I've just started reading it and it's so good, and I can't wait to read more. So yeah, I'm really interested. Last on the list, oh my god, so much to read, is another continuation, and this is Orbital Volume 4, called Ravages, and it's by Sylvian Runberg and Sanjay Pillay. And I have read the first 3 volumes and I absolutely loved it. Basically, the premise for this comic, I can't speak anymore, I've been talking for too long, is there are 2 IDO agents that are basically in work for the government called the Confederate, and they do diplomatic missions all around these space alien planets, and this continues on with their missions basically. So yeah, it's really good fun, quite political but really interesting at the same time, and the artwork is absolutely fantastic and it has a real nice pastel look to it. So yeah, I can't wait to continue with this. Okay, wow, that was longer than I thought. That is all the comics that I will be reading in June. If there is anything I have missed that you think I should read, let me know in the comments down below. I hope you have a fantastic day, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you liked this video, and if you're new to my channel, you can click the subscribe button to see more of me talk about comics, books, films, and TV shows. I will see you again soon for another video. Bye!